I bring you a very, very special video. One of those born from the soul, from that invisible place that unites us, that remembers, that intuits. And if you're here, it's no coincidence. This message was meant to find you today. Today, I'll talk about 5 profound signs that indicate the universe, energy, life, or whatever you choose to call it, is with you. That you are not alone. That there's something bigger accompanying you, guiding you, and constantly responding to you, even if you can't always see it with your eyes, but only with your soul. That's why I recommend having paper and a pen handy. Because these signs won't just make you reflect. They will help you remember who you are. To see your life with new eyes. To reconnect with that part of you that has always been awake, even if the world sometimes dims it. Sometimes, the signs are so subtle that we overlook them. But when you learn to identify them, everything starts to make sense. And believe me, once you recognize them, you can't unsee them. It's as if an internal antenna activates, a sensitivity that begins to perceive the invisible. Before continuing, if this type of content helps you, if it resonates with you, if you feel that here you find a safe space for your spiritual and emotional growth, I invite you to follow me. This space is for souls like yours, sensitive, awakened, brave. Souls that feel deeply, that question, that seek meaning. So if you feel that calling, you are in the right place. Welcome. Now, let's start with today's insight. Pay close attention, because what you're about to hear can mark a before and after in how you see life. Of the 5 signs, the 5th is my favorite, but I want to know which one is yours too. So at the end, if you feel like it, you can leave it in the comments. I'd love to read it. Let's go. Hello, Unstoppable One, how are you today? I hope you're having a special day. And if not, may this message transform it. Did you know there's an ancient, infinite, loving energy that accompanies and guides you? It's not new. It's not a spiritual trend. It's something that has always been present, although we've often forgotten it. These principles come from ancient wisdoms, from spiritual teachings that have accompanied millions of people throughout history. Wisdoms that don't understand religions, but do understand connection, soul, truth. And I tell you something from the heart, these principles don't fail. Not because they are magical, but because they are natural. They are universal laws that are always in operation. The problem is that sometimes we fail, when we are unaware of them, ignore them, or forget them. But when you start to remember them, something inside you activates. It's as if the soul says, yes, I already knew this. I had just forgotten it. And that, precisely, is the kind of content you're about to receive. Did you know that God, the universe, your inner guide, your intuition, is with you? And more importantly, it speaks to you constantly. The challenge isn't that there are no signs. The challenge is that we're not always present enough to notice them. When I discovered this, something changed in me. I stopped feeling alone. I stopped looking for so many answers outside. And I began to listen more within. That was one of the most transformative decisions of my life. Today, I want to share something with you that goes beyond religious beliefs. I will use some teachings of Jesus as a reference, not from a dogmatic place, but as those of a great spiritual master, whose words contain a profound wisdom that has resonated for centuries. Because what matters is not the name you give it, God, universe, energy, source, spirit, but the message that awakens something within you. When you start to recognize the signs of that subtle connection, your path begins to light up from within. These are 5 ways in which that guidance can manifest. Revealing intuition, Jesus said, I praise you, Father, because you have hidden these things from the wise and learned, and revealed them to little children. A phrase that reminds us that true knowledge doesn't always come from study or logic, but from the wisdom of the heart. Intuition is that knowing without knowing how you know. That certainty that doesn't pass through the mind but is felt in the body. A signal in the chest, a sensation in the stomach, a resounding yes or a tightening no. And science already confirms it. The heart has its own neural system, which sends more information to the brain than it receives. and our emotions generate electromagnetic fields that affect matter. So if you feel that something more is guiding you, trust. That soft voice speaking to you from within is a sign of connection. The soul family. Jesus also said, "My mother and my brothers are those who do the will of the Father." It wasn't a rejection of his blood family, but a revelation. True bonds are of the soul, not of DNA. If you felt that you don't fit in with your family, that your ideas or sensitivity aren't understood, you are not alone. Sometimes, your true family is outside, in a friend, in a community, in someone you barely know, but who vibrates with you. Surround yourself with people who nourish your essence, not your persona. Who elevate you instead of limiting you. Who respect your sensitivity as a superpower, not as a weakness. That too is a sign. Meaningful synchronicities. Do you think of someone and they text you? Do you dream of a phrase and the next day you read it in a book? Do you see the same word, number, or symbol repeated in different places? Carl Jung called that synchronicity, when an internal state is reflected in an external event with a profound meaning. Synchronicities are winks from the universe. Personalized messages. Subtle confirmations that you are on the right path. If you are experiencing them, pay attention. The universe is speaking to you. Inner peace amidst chaos. Have you ever felt calm, even when everything outside seemed chaotic? It's not indifference. It's presence. It's faith. It's an inner anchor whispering to you, trust. Everything has a purpose, even if you don't see it yet. That peace doesn't come from everything being perfect, but from your soul trusting the process. And if you can feel it, even for moments, it's because the energy is with you. Small everyday signs. Repeated numbers. A book that finds you. A song that answers you. A scent, a butterfly, a small animal that appears at just the right moment. The universe doesn't shout. Its messages arrive as whispers. And when you are present, you hear them. These small signs are not coincidences. They are loving reminders that you are being accompanied. In summary, intuition, people who uplift you, synchronicities, peace amidst chaos, and everyday symbols. All are ways in which life speaks to you. You don't need proof. You need presence. You don't need external signs. Your soul already knows. And if you're listening to this today, perhaps you yourself are a sign for someone else. Now you tell me, which of the 5 signs resonated with you the most today? I'll read you in the comments. And if this message touched your heart, don't leave without liking it, sharing it with someone who needs it, and following me so we can continue growing together on this journey of transformation. Remember, these 5 signs are here to remind you that you are not alone, that energy accompanies and guides you. Your inner change begins today. You are unique, special, and important. I love you very much. Have a spectacular day. And don't forget, today is not too late. You came to shine, with seeds of greatness germinating in your heart.